Catholic high school, 4 wasted years. I didn't learn a thing, except that I didn't want to be what they wanted me to be. My guidance counselor was the track coach. He knew that I built my own radio station, so he said I should become a disc jockey. What an idiot. I served 4 years of hard time with no time off for good behavior. Liberal arts. They weren't very liberal with the art. I went from happy-go-lucky freshman to discouraged senior. For a joke, I told the yearbook staff my occupational choice was officer in U.S. Army. I cracked up when they printed it. Maybe they thought I'd finally come to my senses. Thank God my mom suggested I go to film school. I was making films and writing songs despite the crap they were dishing out in high school. It was a turning point in my life. A few years earlier, a major epiphany occurred when I was in the car with my family heading for Arizona to visit relatives. Like a Rolling Stone came on the radio and I was completely blown away. I started to put the pieces together. My grandparents made their own 16mm films and home recordings on a portable record machine. They had an old hand-crank 16mm projector that I played with as a teenager. This was a huge influence on things to come. I later used their clips when I made a film about my family called Looking Back. My grandmother never knew how much she influenced me. It wasn't only artistically. I learned about life, the importance of family, and respect from her. I later used her and Paul's brother Joey in a comedy film called The Fly in the Oatmeal. Joey played a Boy Scout who steals purses. My first 16mm film was a spoof on drug films. Classmates Phil and Jim collaborated on A Day in the Park. Jim played a dumb guy who buys a pot from a seedy character. We needed to show Jim getting high from smoking pots and pans, so I came up with a special effects sequence. I had Jim walk backwards across Lakeshore Drive while shooting with the camera upside down. This was an extremely dangerous shot, but we were 18. When the film was processed and put in the projector upside down, the result was Jim walking forward and the traffic going backward. I had used Jim in an 8mm film called Click. The same group of friends reappear in many of my films. My friend Paul worked on several Super 8 films, and I used his brother Kevin in A Fly in the Oatmeal. He was selling stolen watches. When the watches didn't sell, he turned to bicycle seats. With the experience I had shooting Super 8 animation, I moved into 16mm animation. I think this taught me discipline and patience. Of course, animated characters take direction much better than actors. I shot a day in the life type of film called 9 to 5, showing a typical day in a big city. Growing older and wiser, I found that life outside could be cold and tough, and I needed to keep a balance. I know I may never change the world. I just don't want the world to change me. I guess creativity and inspiration aren't easily explained or understood. I'm not sure they should be. You just have to follow your heart. It's nice work if you can get it.